everyone. So today I'm going to be showing you how I make rice pudding. Like, I know how to make rice pudding for years. My mom, like, I'm from the Dominican Republic. I love rice pudding. I have been doing rice pudding since I was maybe like 14, so that's like 10 years. But I didn't know how to make it on the Instant Pot. So I watched a few videos, and I'm gonna talk later on, but everything, like, I was following the videos and the rice pudding didn't come out the way that I wanted it, so I changed it up a little bit. I don't know how they managed to make it work for themselves, but for me the rice pudding doesn't work the way that I watch people doing it on YouTube. So first things first, I used to have another pressure cooker, another electric pressure cooker. So I have this one that I like to use with this for sweet. I use this one for sweets and anything that can get stuck in here. And then I have this I forgot the name of this thing, but anyways, I like to have this one for sweets. I do flan. Maybe next time that I make flan, I'm gonna record myself. So I'm just gonna change it up. This silicone ring, I guess is the name of it. This one smells like chicken and things like that because I make a lot of beans and chicken in here. So I'm gonna be using this one. If you guys hear any sound, it is this little guy running around. He took out this little blanket and he likes to play with like sticks from outside, so he's probably gonna be making noises. And there he is. You are very quiet. You are sick. Oh, what are you doing? You're so cute. Hola. Hi, Joy. Okay, so I never noticed this. I guess this one is taller. Anyways, I use it like this all the time. Anyway, so some of the things that you're gonna need that I use for the rice pudding is you're gonna need a little bit of salt. Over here, cinnamon sticks. I don't like to use ground cinnamon because I think it changes the color. Then I have ground nutmeg, allspice, and vanilla. And then I like to use evaporated milk. I'm not sponsoring anything, so I'm not showing the brand, but maybe you guys already know the brand. And I'm putting 2 cups like this one of rice, and I like to wash it in a colander, just because I find that it is easier for me to just wash it and, like, the water is running through. I was forgetting about these little guys, gloves, I think they're called in English. I actually don't like them a lot, so this thing has lasted me ages just because I really don't like a strong flavor with this. So I have already rinsed this, and I'm sorry, I don't have like a tripod for the camera, but that is how I wash my rice. So now I'm gonna wash. This little guy is making noises. Now I'm gonna take 2 cinnamon sticks, and I don't know if I can do it with one hand, but I hit it with a knife like this, and then I'm gonna put it on the colander together with a few cloves, and I'm gonna show you. So this is how it looks, and I just want to show you. I didn't know how to explain it until I did it. So you hold it with one hand, and then with the other one you take the knife with the other hand and you like mash it. And then I'm gonna put it here. And then for the gloves, I really don't like using much, so I normally like take maybe 3. So 1, 2, 3. Let me take 4. Put it here. And then spice, I'm taking about this much, putting it in here, and then I'm gonna run it through water and put it in the pot. Okay, so now that everything is washed, if you use wooden spoons like me, just remember to have one specifically for sweets and things like that, because they do tend to keep the flavor of the meat, and when you're cooking, you know, like other things like that. So I'm just gonna add water, filter water, and I never know how much water to put, honestly, to make it nice and like not thick. So I think it's gonna need more, but just make, you know, I guess do it. I think I heard one person said something like for 1 cup of rice put 8 cups of water, but oh, this little guy is moving the light. Joy, 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 stop moving the light. Oh, okay. So let me see if maybe this much water is enough. And right now we're not gonna put anything else, just the spices. The spices that are not grounded, like we're not gonna put the nutmeg right now or the vanilla. So he's looking himself in the mirror. He loves to be like on your feet like that. Even if I'm standing up, he just stays like that. Where are you going? So with the amount of water that I put, oh, so it looks like I put maybe about 8 cups of water, because I put it like around here and it is here. So with the amount of water that I put, I still need a lot more water, because look how it came out. But don't worry about it, we can still add it. I'm gonna add the milk and add a little bit of salt, a pinch of salt. You know, I normally, like, you can add a pinch of salt, but I normally sort of just taste it and see if I think I need salt, but I really don't know how much salt I put in total. I actually never put it in like that, it's because I'm recording. And I'm gonna add sugar. I normally add about two things like this, like 2 spoons, whatever this is, but again, sort of to taste, you know what I mean. What else? Am I missing something? So then I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna let it broil. I'm gonna put it to cook. 1 second. I'm gonna add more water. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I normally have a hard time keeping the rice pudding so that it's not too thick. And I'm gonna try to put a lot more water today than I normally put. And just in case, I gave rice pudding to someone before and the person was eating the spices. You do not eat the spices, you take it out before you eat it. Oh, another thing that you can put is raisins. So if you don't want to put too much sugar and you want to add raisins, I'm a cranberry lover, but I wouldn't put cranberry because I think the flavor of the cranberries are way too strong. I'm probably gonna need even more water than what I have right now because I want it to be really, really nice and thin this time. I've tried rice pudding from other people, and even when it's cold, it's runny, it's not a paste. But when I make rice pudding, it's always a paste, and I'm always struggling to make it not a paste. But anyways, let's see what happens this time. So I added a little bit of sugar. I honestly don't know how much I put, but you know, just taste it. Now I'm gonna put it on saute mode. So saute. I don't know how long it's gonna take me for me to do this. I'm gonna put 30 minutes and I'm gonna hit start. I'm probably gonna add more water and I'm gonna keep tasting it and keep adding sugar until I think it is good. And I'm probably gonna add the video because I feel like because I didn't put enough water at first when I put it on high pressure, I have clumps. Last time I think I used a recipe, like I actually followed a recipe of how much water to put, but anyways, at the end when I had to saute it, I still had to add more water. So I don't remember where I found the recipe, but I would recommend putting 12 cups of water when you're putting it on high pressure, and I'm gonna edit the video so that it says high pressure when I'm doing the recipe. So I was tasting the rice pudding to see if it needed sugar or something like that, and I was like, it's missing something, and then I realized I forgot the coconut milk. So just take a can of coconut milk and put it in. You're supposed to, I like to put it in with the water, you know, like when I put the rice pressure cook to pressure cook. But since I forgot, I'm just gonna add it now. So it has been unsauteed for maybe more than 10 minutes for sure. It is getting thick again after all the water that I added. Now I have been adding more salt and sugar because that's the way the way I like it. So you know, add salt. Add sugar to taste, and try with a little bit of salt. See if you like it. Sometimes you add a lot of sugar and it doesn't taste like it has a lot of sugar. So add a little bit more salt, but don't add too much. Because you know you don't want it to be like a salty thing. Now I'm gonna add the nutmeg. That's probably too much, but I wasn't looking because it's not gonna taste bad, but I don't think I add this much normally, but because I'm recording, I'm not really seeing what I'm doing. I'm looking at the camera to make sure that I'm capturing everything. So I'm just trying to get the little things to dissolve. Now I'm going to add vanilla. I'm trying to open things with one hand too. So this is another thing that you added to taste, but don't add too much. Maybe add like a tablespoon. Yes, add a tablespoon, because if you add too much, it's gonna be like a little bitter. So once this cools down, I like to actually have it like a room temperature. Once it cools down, I'm gonna record a little bit of the video, record again so that you guys see the texture. Oh, and here is this is coming from the bottom. I don't know if you guys saw that, because it was sticking at the bottom. So then that little thing is gonna come up. But the good thing about this one, you can buy, if you have the Instant Pot, I just reused another pot from, that was hot. I used another pot from another pressure cooker that I had. But if you have an Instant Pot and you would like to get a non-stick pot for the Instant Pot, you just go on Amazon. I forgot how much it was, but I think it was less than $30. So, it's pretty good, because I like to do the rice here so that it doesn't stick too much. And also, rice pudding and things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna check back in with you guys once this cools down. I think at this point I can turn it off. It has been, I think I put it for 30 minutes, and I believe it is more than halfway through. Yes, it is more than halfway through, and I am happy with the result. The coconut milk melted, everything seems to be coming together, the flavors are coming together, so I'm just gonna turn it off at this point and let it cool down. I actually, when the Instant Pot is sort of like an incubator, so I like to take the pot out of the incubator so that it doesn't, so that it cools down faster. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna check back with you guys to see the texture, so that you guys can see the texture of the rice pudding. If you don't like it too muchy, I saw on the recipe from Instant Pot that there's like another rice that is not. So if you look here, it says arboreal rice. It doesn't become too mushy, but I really don't care. I like it like this, but that's another rice that you can try. Okay. Hello, so I am back. I like to put this mesh thing so that it's like so that it cools down even faster. And I actually moved it already, but you guys can see the consistency of how it came out. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let me know in the comments if you like this recipe, if you like the way that I do it, or how do you do it, any suggestions. And yeah, hope you guys have a good time. Bye bye.